Black History Month Short Film Challenge 2008. It is a mouthful. Basically, the Lucian Film Initiative has been running this program for the last 3 years called Black Film History Challenge. And this is the 3rd year, and this year we had numerous applicants to the process, and we whittled them down to 2. And those 2 this evening, in terms of the awardees, are Katie Milner and Cheryl Marshall for One English Winter, and Lawrence Coke for Silent Heritage.
A lot of people participated in the making of our film free of charge, gratis. And because we didn't have the money to pay people. And I just want to thank everybody that so generously and kindly donated their time and effort into making our film. And so this story it's not owned by anyone. It happens to many people that have to move from where they live to somewhere else, leave their loved ones behind, and work and save money. And it's not just a story that's specific to black people, to people from the Caribbean. It's all economic migration. You've got the people coming over from Poland now and from Eastern Europe, and they're having the same experience as this man that came over in 1948.
Are you going to be watching any of the film screenings tonight?
Yeah, I really want to watch them, especially the one about Black and Asian interracial relationships, because that's me. Oh. So I really want to see that one.
My question goes to, actually, it'll go to Katie and Cheryl and also Lawrence as well. What made you choose that particular subject, and did you find it difficult to find contributors?
It was difficult at first to find Asian people who were happy to go on camera and talk. We had a lot who spoke to me off camera. I think the most prevalent ones are that at one time I was involved in a discussion about race and racial slurs, and they were asking who's been called a nigger, who's been called a paki, who's been called this, who's been called that. And a lot of the black people in the room had raised their hand when they'd said about the paki thing, which had a lot of people scratching their heads. I will say that there are a lot more extreme views that I heard, a lot more from both sides, more so the Asian side. I would say that I went into this as much as was possible, as objective as I could. And also as well, it was very difficult for me as an individual to find a bridge between the Asian community in this country. It just kind of hit me one day that I don't see myself as Asian or Indian, and I don't feel a connection to that community. But my grandmother was, and my whole mum's family tree are, and I don't have any problem fitting in there. So it was just, why is there that bridge? Why is there the wall there? So that's where the motivation was for me.
Highlight for me was performing and getting my film show. That was beautiful for me, because my family and my friends here as well, so it's cool.
I got funding for some projects in the school, so I was paid to go and introduce filmmaking to children in the school.
Okay, it's set in the 80s, based on 2 young black British girls. It's based on a poem talking about different hairstyles. So they explore their identity through hair.
I like the first one. The first one was good, obviously done by the same guy, so I enjoyed it. And the last one, Black Boy, was, what was it called again? African Man. That's the one. Yeah, I thought that was really good as well.
It was informative, it was thought-provoking, it was educational, it was pleasing as well. It was nice.
Well, my message for Black History Month is people should start looking back into the history and know about their heritage and everything. You know, like the second film in that had a good point. You know, people don't know how long ago black people were here in this country, and the kind of connections between Africa that they had before slavery.
Since doing this documentary, I still see myself as a black man, because I think that the way that the world perceives you has a lot to do with how you kind of define yourself. And even though you shouldn't let it, I think that being black is a very unique experience in terms of how the world deals with you. But I'm very proud of my Indian heritage, very proud. One of the things that came out of it for me was, wherever Asian people go in the world, they succeed. When they went to Jamaica, they went in at the bottom of the pile. And within 100 years, 150 years, the Indian community in Jamaica, as in a lot of places around the world, are among the most affluent in terms of education levels, finances, everything, at all levels of Jamaican infrastructure. That makes me proud. I'm proud to be a part of that group. And yes, I do think that the Asian community and the black community should celebrate their what they have in common. Because as we saw in 2005 in Birmingham with the race riots, you know, I mean, to me now, obviously, it has a different perspective than it did before.
It's been very nice seeing the context of the film. You make something on your own, and it's very nice to realise that there are lots of other people making films on similar issues, using similar kind of actresses, similar effects.
We just really that anyone can do it, I suppose, and then we did it on a small amount of money.
And you can do it on a small budget. And what we did is we actually, in the film you'll see, we went out into the community, and there were young people that were saying, oh, let's have a go in your film. We said, okay, you know, if you want to do it, you can do this bit, and they took part in it.